entering the CGLA faculty and staff. Entering our 2023 valedictorian, Yesenia Pablo Raphael. Now entering our 2023 salutatorian, Daisy Velasquez Sandoval. Now entering the CGLA Chattanooga Girls Leadership Academy entire graduating class of 2023. Please be seated. Please be seated. Well, good evening. I'm Elaine Swafford, the proud CEO of the Chattanooga Girls Leadership Academy and Montessori Elementary at Highland Park. And on behalf of the faculty, staff, administration, and the CGLA Governance Board, we welcome you to our 11th graduation ceremony and of this class of 2023 of the Chattanooga Girls Leadership Academy. As a reminder, this is a formal ceremony, and make sure that we celebrate our students in that fashion. And also, please remain seated at the end of the ceremony as our students recess, as our graduates recess, and meet them in the lobby and outside at the gymnasium. Again, thank you all, everyone, for joining us this evening for this occasion.
Tonight, we are honoring our graduating class of 2023. I would like to recognize any board members and dignitaries at this time. Would you please stand? I would also like to recognize parents, grandparents, and any other family members that have had an influence on each of these young ladies' lives. Would you please stand at this time? Again, I'd like to say thank you for your attendance and support of our school for the last 14 years.
Everyone stand and join in with the Pledge of Allegiance. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Thank you.
Audience, please be seated. Senior class, remain standing. The mission statement. We provide young girls, we provide girls and young women with a rigorous college preparatory education focused on science, technology, engineering, the arts, and math in a supportive environment that nurtures self-confidence, inspires leadership, encourages critical thinking, and promotes academic excellence.
Please be seated. Good evening, family, friends, staff, teachers, and fellow graduates of the class of 2023. My name is Daisy Velasquez Sandoval, and it is an honor to be your 2023 salutatorian. Antes de empezar, quiero agradecer a mi familia por apoyarme y también a mis padres por inspirarme y motivarme a ser alguien en la vida. I also want to give thanks to Amanda Tarr and Rachel Collins for joining me today. Thank you. We all did it. We are finally graduating from high school. When we were just freshmen, it seemed that senior year was far away, but now it is surreal that we are sitting here on graduation day, about to go into a world filled with opportunities for each and every one of us. Our journey in life is unique. We each have lessons to learn, mistakes to make, and people to know. But the challenges along the way don't have the power over us to give up easily. Instead, we should focus on our future and who we want to be. We should not follow the path of past generations. Instead, we create our own path and become better so that we inspire the future generations to come. It is time for us to step up and be the one to make a difference. I would have never really expected to be standing here in front of a crowd giving a speech. I have always doubted myself again and again for achieving things. But hey, here I am. One never knows what the world puts on us. But what I take from this experience is that it will give me the opportunity to grow and improve. Sometimes the world throws unexpected situations to help us grow and become the best versions of ourselves. I am the first child of my family to graduate from high school. It has been a rough journey. When I first came to CGLA in the 7th grade, I didn't know what to expect. I didn't know anyone. It was a whole switch of environment. but I thank the friends I made throughout my middle school and high school years. They have moved me to be better and have supported me through my journey in life. They fill me with joy, laughter, and a lot of memories. CGLA has had a positive impact on us and encouraged us to be who we want to be. For that, I thank my teachers and administrators for pushing us and believing that we could and would succeed. Congratulations to us, class of 2023.
Good evening, everyone, from loved ones to distinguished guests. On behalf of the graduating class today, I would like to thank the founder, Dr. Wells, CEO, Dr. Swafford, administrators, teachers, and family, because the legacy of CGLA continues to grow. My name is Yesenia Pablo Rafael, and I am your 2023 valedictorian. Before I start, I would like the class to pat themselves on the back because you all deserve it. Since I was young, I've heard stories of my parents' journey to the USA from Guatemala. From their stories, the lesson I learned is to do not give up. Yes, I did say, as in the pastry, do not give up. Hashtag, shout out to Mrs. John Keir. I believe the best alternative way to express this is best-selling author Janae Cecilia's flowers grow even after the harshest winters. You will too. When we don't give up, even when faced with harsh circumstances in life, we will always come back stronger. Without my parents' courage, I wouldn't be standing here right now. Gracias, mamá y papá, por siempre trabajar por mi salud, educación y por aconsejarme. Los amo. Remember, this is only the beginning, a new chapter in our lives. As a farewell, I wrote a poem. The poem reads, Dear class of 2K23, even the stars above us are alive. Even the water below us contains life. So how do we make ourselves feel alive? By genuinely and openly viewing the world as it is. In a state of bliss, I love life. In stressful situations, I despise life. When heartbroken, I understand life. It's normal to think that way. It's okay to feel. Stars combust, water ripples. Nothing is always easy. Therefore, enjoy life in the good and bad. Take what you have.
Sustainable finance, and corporate reporting. She is a live stream, television, and digital contributor who has appeared in outlets including Black Enterprise, Bloomberg, CNBC, CBS, Essence, FinTech TV, and Latina. She is also co-founder of London Stock Exchange Group's Sustainable Growth Podcast. She serves on numerous boards and committees, including Ceres President's Council. Shreen is a Fundamentals of Sustainability Accounting credential holder and is a certified anti-money laundering specialist. Additionally, Ms. Shreen launched her very own podcast, Climate, Money, and Work. And check this, she was recently nominated for Money 2.0's Outstanding Leadership Award. Ms. Shreen holds a BA from Salem College, an MA from New York University, and received an executive education certificate from the Wharton School of the University of Pennsylvania in investment strategies and portfolio management. Without further ado, put your hands together and let's welcome Ms. Kisa C. Shreen.
Well, thank you for that lovely introduction. Thank you, Chattanooga Girls Leadership Academy Board, students, parents and family, Dr. Wells and Dr. Swafford, as well as our principal and assistant principal, guests, and especially the amazing, gorgeous graduates. Congratulations to the class of 2023. Congrats to you. I am thrilled to be here with you. in my hometown, the land that we call our Rock Rising, as our Native American ancestors refer to this land, the land that we call Chattanooga. I want to give a special thanks to my family, my father, my mom, happy early Mother's Day, Mom, and my best friend, who happens to be my little sister, Tiffany. Thank you so much for being my rock. Like many of our graduates here today, I am an avid reader, and I owe a lot of this passion to my dear friend and mentor and my former 8th grade teacher, Dr. Etna Varner. And I want to give a special shout out to Dr. Varner, who taught me about mythology and so much more during this Teacher's Appreciation Week. Thank you so much for everything, Edna. Well, after that first entree into reading, I've honestly been hooked ever since. It's like the more I read, the more questions I have about things, and the more I listen and learn, the more questions I have. And questions come about like, how can I ensure my peers and my colleagues and myself focus on self-care, health, mental health, physical health, so we can show up with the intention of leading, inspiring, and respecting our colleagues and classmates and teammates and friends. And in my professional world, because of all these questions and reading, I think of questions like, how can I help people in my community build wealth, create businesses, and really invest capital despite policies and institutions that try to hold us back historically for so many years? And with these questions, I began my journey into curiosity. And that curiosity has certainly served me well. And as you move into the next stage of your journey, your college or university, your next volunteer role, your next sports team, your next workplace, my wish for each of you is to stay curious. Stay curious. Now, when you stay curious, it definitely puts you in company of fantastic people. Think about, for example, Rihanna, who didn't stop at being a mere pop icon. She went further. She saw a market need. She saw women who wanted intimate wear in a variety of sizes. She also saw that many intimate wear companies were either unable or unwilling to provide this, and so she jumped on the opportunity. She was curious about how to position a brand, makeup, clothing, women's wear. She asked questions, and she found out that women weren't getting what they wanted, and she created her company. She asked questions. She got answers. She built an empire. And it's all because she stayed curious. Or we could think of another example and throw it back a few decades and talk about Brownie Wise. Now, I don't know how many of you in the audience know what Tupperware is, but Brownie Wise was actually a VP at Tupperware back in the 1950s when there weren't a lot of women VPs of anything. She was also the first woman on the cover of Business Week. And the thing about Brownie Wise is that she created a new way of doing business. Earl Tupper was the creator of Tupperware, which is basically a food storage system. Put food in it, put it in the refrigerator. He created Tupperware, but he couldn't sell Tupperware. He had no idea what he was doing. He could not get these food storage containers into grocery stores, into other stores. So he hired Brownie, and she was curious about how could she get her customers and her employees hype about Tupperware. She asked them. She thought about ways to include them, and she created what we know now as the Tupperware Party. How many people, go ahead, let's raise our hands, know about the Tupperware Party? Okay, proud of it. That's right, be proud. The Tupperware Party was her creation. We don't just have to sell things, but we can have fun while we do it. She revolutionized the way that we did marketing, and she took her company to reach $25 million in sales in the 1950s, which is about $250 million in today's dollars. She asked questions. She got answers, and she stayed curious. We could also think about women in our political realm. You see, Sharice Davids, who is a congresswoman, a representative from Kansas. She started off as being a mixed martial artist, but she decided that she really wanted to work for her people, an indigenous community. And she asked questions around, how can I improve their economic standing? What can I do to make sure that they can generate wealth? So from learning how to literally pick herself up from being knocked out, to questioning how she could support her community, she thought about ways to really influence and to generate wealth. Her evolution in her career, the shift in her focus, it happened because she stayed curious. Now, all these women who we talk about, they all sat where you're sitting today. You see, you are in such a beautiful place, and it's because at this point, as your senior said, you have so much mastery already. You've mastered arts and sciences and language and English. But you know, the really, really wonderful part is this. Even though you've already mastered so much, you have so much more learning left to do. We all do. All of us have so much more learning left to do. And it's interesting that when we do this learning, what comes from it? And one last thing, when we remain curious, when we challenge our assumptions, when we hammer out hypotheses, when we test our theories, the discipline and focus, and yes, the mastery that comes from remaining curious, it helps us build confidence. Think about it. Think about Beyonce, who put in thousands of hours rehearsing, testing new choreography, asking, how can I write this, sing that, express myself to take myself to the highest level that I can? Those self-challenges and tests, the experiments and the grueling hours of practice, all to identify how she can put her best art forward, that's the kind of confidence that we all saw in Homecoming and in Renaissance. Or think about Jasmine Carson. She was absolute fire. Did we see the NCAA tournament? Absolute fire in the first half of the NCAA, leading her LSU team. Yeah, that's right, woo for Jasmine. She made all 5 of her three-point shots, and I was right there. I saw it. She was fire. Made all 5 of those shots, including a bank shot at the halftime buzzer. Now, Jasmine attributes that to hard work and steady practice, discovering the best technique, identifying the right headspace to be in as soon as you hit that court, practicing the same shots over and over and over again, just to ask yourself at the end of the day, how can I get any better than this? That's what creates the confidence that we saw when she led her team with 22 points. In closing, you have such a magnificent, beautiful journey ahead of you. And it is my hope that you stay flexible, that you stay excited, that you stay secure, that you stay helpful to others, that you stay confident, that you stay true to yourself, compassionate, and importantly, that you stay curious. Congratulations to the class of 2023, and thank you.
Ladies, first of all, you weren't here yesterday when Miss Shreen and her sister spoke to some of the underclassmen, but I hope you understood she came from a small school just like you are, CSAS, right across the roads here in Chattanooga, Tennessee. And so take this inspirational message and the possibility of dreams with you and listen to what she had to offer today. Thank you so much for sharing your inspirational message with our students. Before we begin the presentation of our class, I would like to ask our faculty to stand, please. I want to thank you for the remarkable guidance and the academic excellence in which you provide to these young ladies. We know that they would not be where they are today without you, and it happens, audience, to be Teacher Appreciation Week. We appreciate our teachers. We love our CGLA faculty. Thank you for everything that you do for our students. Thank you. You may be seated. I know that we have staff here doing certain things, but wherever you are, please stand and be recognized. And I want them to know that without them doing things in the back offices and places and making things run smoothly, we could not do what we do today, as a matter of fact, in this setup and other things around campus. So staff, thank you so much for being part of the CGLA family. And of course, I want to thank our principal, Ms. Davis, our assistant principal, Dr. Reeves, for the daily walk that you give with our students and our family and our staff and our faculty. Thank you so much for what you do. And of course, Dr. Wells, I want to thank you for being the rock and the engine behind all of us, our founder, Dr. Sue Ann Wells. Thank you so much. Parents, on behalf of our faculty and staff and board, I want to thank you and our administrators. Thank you for entrusting the education of these young ladies to this faculty and this administration and allowing us to provide them with a great education. So thank you so much for having trust in us. And ladies, the class of 2023, just a couple of words. It's an honor to be a part of your class, and many of you have been here with me since you were in the 6th grade. And as I recall, every year, you begin a new stage in life, graduates. This is a new stage. And to paraphrase a gentleman by the name of Jack London, he said, don't go through life, you grow through life. And realize that life is a journey, and it's about learning, and it's about growing. And instead of being stuck in any rut, don't be stuck in any rut, or don't dare to hold yourself back at all. Make life rather an adventure. Commit to growing today. Commit to growing and learning over the next 4 to 6 years. Just don't stay the same. Don't stay the same. Use your time wisely and blaze your own trail. Good luck and God bless. It is my honor to present the class of 2023. Will you stand in preparation to receive your diplomas? Remember the seating, ladies, that we discussed yesterday.
Yesenia Pablo Rafael. Daisy Matgali Velázquez Sandoval. Tania Noemí Agueda Méndez. Sherlyn Arleth Bautista López. Nicole Godínez.
Inaijah Danae Carter. Destiny Kayshawn Collier. Alexis Brianna Cordell.
Catarina Domingo Francisco. Leslie Francisco.
Mackenzie Danielle Geiger.
Araceli Sofía Godínez Pérez. Priscila Gómez.
Raquasia Natisha Harris. Ayana Lachey Harvey. Jada Kamari Tylea Hughes. Talacia Monique Jones. Lyric Kiar King. Jasmaya Taylor Alexis Knighton.
Ashley López Aguilar. Aileen López Aguilar. Ashley Gabriela López Cardona. Yesenia López Domingo. Jennifer Cristina López Gómez. Juana Cristina López Vicente.
Drew Rachel Marchand. Tibian Mahadi. Brianna Renee Moore. Aline Niapatanga.
Kelly Joana Pérez Hernández. Dianabel Pérez Vargas.
Jemiah Nicole Preston. Tequila Iunique Robinson. Aisha Monet Ross. Remedy Michelle Ross. Kiara Tanisha Rutledge. Tatiana Lachey Salters. Karina LaDeja Smith. Jasmine Nicole Springs. Jemiah Yvonne Toomey.
Vividiana Vargas Bautista.
Keziah Tayshawn Jonay Walker. Janisha Lachey Wellington.
Class, please stand. Dr. Wells, please come forward. Dr. Wells. Dr. Wells. Dr. Wells. Hold on. The class of 2023 have met all requirements as determined by the state of Tennessee and the Department of Education. I present to you the graduating class of 2023.
Okay, Dr. Swafford, don't kill me, but I'm going to go off script. I just want to recognize our CEO, Dr. Swafford. Girls, you all know she has grit, determination, perseverance, and none of you all would have walked across the stage today without her love for each and every one of you and her commitment. So let's recognize Dr. Swafford. Now, with the power vested in me by the state of Tennessee and the governance board of the Chattanooga Girls Leadership Academy, it is my distinct honor and privilege to declare you CGLA 2023 graduates. Congratulations.
Okay, ladies. Everyone, please stand for our alma mater. Everyone, please stand. Please remain seated and meet your graduates outside of the gymnasium as we recess. Thank you. Please remain seated. Please remain seated. you and good evening.